Is this an original Rotring 600 fountain pen? Is it as durable as the internet says it is? Keep watching to find out. The Rotring 600 was introduced in 1989 and was made in Germany and later in Japan. But when the Rotring company was sold, the fountain pen, among many other models, was discontinued from the 600 line. With a length of 14 centimeters, it is roughly the same size as the Rotring 600 mechanical pencil and a bit longer than the Parker Jotter. With 40 grams in weight, is more than 4 times heavier than the Jotter and 2 times heavier than the mechanical pencil. For some additional measurements, I will show you a sketch I made with the dimensions. You can pause the video if you wish. Even though I could not find the golden ratio between the cap length and the barrel length here, the length of the cap and the barrel live together in a lovely visual harmony. Mine has an extra fine steel nib, which is not marked. Here you can see also the knurled grip, which is extremely pleasant. For an extra fine nib, it writes quite juicy, wet and thick, but it is great that at least it takes international standard cartridges. Like this. The materials of this pen is one of the reasons of its perceived quality. Solid brass cap and barrel, steel clip, marked with Rotring, with the Rotring logo, steel threaded section, gold plated ending with the plastic rot ring. On the other end we can find a rubber O-ring that holds the cap posted. Hop. Now I would like to point out two important things. One, this is not an original Rotring 600 fountain pen, because this is a Franken pen. Probably you already observed that the barrel and the cap have a different tone. As you can see now, it's even more pronounced. The cap is essentially a new stock condition. There are barely any signs of wear, only what I just smudged it a bit. But the barrel is quite used. You can also see that the brass is coming out and the black coating is wearing off. The barrel was found at the flea market for roughly $4 and after a lot of discouraging opinions, I decided to try every cap I can find to protect the nib. When I found on eBay a roller ball cap for around $20, I bought it and wanted to find out if it really does not fit or it is okay. And believe it or not, it fits perfectly. With a reassuring clicky sound. Okay, so if you have a rollerball cap, which is the same generation as the barrel, it will fit. At least in my case, it fits really well and I'm happy with it. In my opinion, this Franken pen combination is even better than the original. Well, think about it. The original cap's selector's ring lets you remember the nib size, while the rollerball cap has black and blue colors. When was the last time you changed your nib? in your 600, and when was the last time you changed the color of the ink? It makes much more sense to show the color, not the nib size. In the same sense, the 600 mechanical pencils have lead hardness indicators, like this, not lead thickness indicators, which is basically stays the same. The other important matter I want to point out is about the quality and durability of this particular pen. Yes, everything from the size, weight, materials, and shape just screams industrial design, heavy-duty tool. A pen that would not be out of place from Darth Vader's desk. But even though it seems that it was perfectly engineered without any play, everything perfectly aligned, the vast majority of the black editions I saw have cracked barrels or caps or both. So you can see that my barrel is quite cracked. I hope it can be seen. It's a deep crack, quite long, but also I have a crack on the cap. So mine is no exception. Probably the way they coated them or how they were assembled over time, the material is under stress even if it's not used. Be aware, even if you buy unused ones for what you paid an arm and a leg, they can crack over time. So the cap seems unused. And what is more alarming, when I ordered this cap, it had no crack on it. I will insert here the unboxing video. It had no visible crack. The pen was not used since then, only for a couple of scribblings. And these cracks are not only surface cracks, they are through the whole thickness of the brass, which means they are no longer airtight. That can lead to the nib drying out and also structurally weakens the whole pen. May the force be with this pen and hold it together for many, many more years to come. You can also see the brass. I am not able to show you now, but at certain light situations you can see light inside the barrel because this manufacturing problem. On the positive side, the pen is so comfortable, I could use it for writing continuously many hours despite the angular profile that sits on the hand. And visually it's just a pure joy to look at. The knurled ends that enclose the hexagonal barrel. Such a shame they are not made anymore. If I was to choose my favorite pen judging only by the looks, this would be certainly up high on my rank list. I'm thankful that I ended up with this pen, but only for the price I paid for it. That was around like 24 US dollars. I would have not spent on it $200 or $300 because even if I buy a completely unused one, if they grow cracks in time, that's not good. And I will just show you some writings that I made it with this pen. So it writes something like this. And it not writes it just dried out. Another thing to keep in mind, if you keep it without the cap, after a couple of minutes it just dries out. I don't know if it's only mine, but okay, it just starts up. It's quite smooth for an extra fine. I really like it. Man, focus there. I hope you like this video. Please do all the clicks down there. For you it's nothing, for me it is help. And let me know if you have used this pen. What are your opinions? Thank you. Have a nice day.